There's a saying we have in the theatre. Thank God there's no interval. But there's an older nugget, coined by our very own Queen. The show must go on. They also said, I want to ride my bicycle. So they really are a sort of Nostradamus when it comes to the new bike lanes on the high street. The show must go on, which it will, is going on right now. Jimmy? That's feeling a bit dark, Jimmy. My head's truncated.
Truncated?
Means cut off.
I know what it means.
He knows what that means, but ask him to wear a mask and he looks at me like I'm a tap-dancing dachshund in a dinner jacket.
What?
Oh, I think you can knock that down a few %. Seems harsh, especially on this skin. Some might call it alabaster. I'm straight down the line. It's peely-wally. End of. Jimmy? Harsh. The lighting, it seems hard.
You could stick a 5-volt bulb in a terracotta planter in your napper. You'd still look good to me, Janet.
Janet is strictly reserved for application forms and the bastard. You should go up to the office. Get on the Zoom. They'll be happy to see you, Jimmy.
It'll be nice to see all of them too. I've missed you. Them.
We've all missed it, Jimmy. Me especially.
Well, it's good to see you back in that stage where you belong. I still think about you in The Sound of Music. That climb the mountain bit you all did at the end still gives me goosebumps.
Was pretty sensational, if I do say so myself. Which I just have.
Sing a bit for us, Jan.
Ridiculous, no.
Oh, go on.
No, that is strictly for paying customers only.
How much? I've a fiver in my pocket. Nope. False alarm. Just my ticket for the car park. I thought John might come along in person for tonight.
No.
The two of you used to be thick as thieves.
That's the thing with thieves. No honour, can't be trusted. Go on with you! This was the first stage I ever stood on. 10 years old. I was standing right here. Actually, scrap that. Here. The whole place was bustling. 500 wains off their faces on the childhood crack of the 70s. Strawberry laces and popping candy. I'd managed to persuade Mother to get me a perm. Well, I say perm. She stuck a few of Granny's sponge rollers in and single-handedly annihilated half the ozone layer with a can of Elnet, but still, I looked good. Well, you know, for a 10-year-old. The whole town was buzzing. Talked about nothing else for weeks. The growing excitement for the arrival of the Glenn Michael Cartoon Cavalcade Roadshow. Glenn was a very big deal at the time, sort of like the Piers Morgan of the cartoon world, only he wore cable knit and wasn't insufferable. Anyway, I'm out there in the audience with Mother. Glenn's on the hunt for 2 volunteers, sidekicks if you will. I mean, yes, he's got Paladin the Lamp, but it's not the same as actual human interaction. I mean, I'm the same. You can give me an Alexa weather report every morning, but it doesn't compare to the toothy grin of Sean Batty telling you it's going to pay it down. We need that, don't we? Connection. It can be very isolating being alone all day. You end up yakking away to yourself just to hear actual live human noise. Where was I? Oh yeah, Glenn. I need a few little volunteers. My arm flies into the air. Me! Pick me! Glenn reaches out to some fat wee gonk in a tutu. One suspects her wearing a tutu was less to do with athletic pursuits and more the elasticated waistband. Mother's muttering under her breath, Jan, sit down. You are making a fool of yourself. Will you sit down? I call out even louder, Glenn, pick me. Glenn turns, points to me, says, she's keen. Even then, he could see that in me, that, I don't want to sound melodramatic, but that need to be here on the stage. She's keen. Glenn reaches out his hand to me. This is back in the day when people could actually touch hands without worrying you'd be straight in a gurney being rushed to the nearest ventilator. And he walks me up those treads, and I feel it. That magic. It's like I was floating. Glenn hands me the microphone, my tiny wee hand shaking with nerves. Would the words come out? Would I get stage fright? What would 10-year-old Jan do? Gong, 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 There was a sound effects competition thingy, me versus the gap-toothed gonk in the tutu. I was, and this is not me bigging myself up, I was magnificent. Even through the crunching of what sounded like 100 mint imperials, I could feel the audience's approval. And Mother's face, she was proud. First time I ever saw that. Glenn, however, can't decide between me and Gonky McGonkface who the winner of the Bunty Annual should be. Says he will have to take it to a public vote. And much though we love the public, of course we do, they sometimes buy us gin and tonics after the shows, but when it comes to knowledge of what talent is, they know sweet Fanny Adams. And give them a toothless Gurner in a tutu and a sympathetic story about how their dad walked out in them for a life with Big Maggie from Pollock the Butchers, and what chance did I have? As the audience applaud the gonk, I see Mother's pride turn to something else. Taught me a valuable lesson, one I have lived my whole life by. I answer that now, it's going to put me off my stride. I mean, if it's good news, I'll be like, yay, good news. But then I'll be all up to there, distracted. I'm a total flipperty-gibbet. And, you know, tonight I need to be... And if it's the other kind of news, well, you see, I don't like surprises or tiramisu. Yeah, well, that's by the by. No, I like order, structure. Then I find it quite easy to make decisions. You know, once everything's laid out clearly. If there's anything urgent, sure they'll leave a message. Trudy, primary school teacher, bungalow in Moscow, at Kilmarnock, not Russia, though the people can be just as dour. Voicemail. It's nothing that can't wait. Trudy! Trudy, is it working? Can you hear me?
I swear to God, Dave, if you don't take those work boots off the couch, I'll come at them with a chainsaw. I'm not joking, a chainsaw.
Trudy!
I mean it.
This is allegedly what domestic bliss looks
Do
like.
you want to put your feet on the couch? Go to your mother's house. She'll be perfectly happy to let you because she's an animal too. Just like the boy she raised in that zoo she calls a house. Jeez, Jan, take a step back. I've got a wide shot of your camel toe.
Oh, God.
Davey, down. Don't make me use a carving knife. Because I will, and I'll keep cutting till I feel bone. Make me co-host, doll, and I'll start letting everybody else in.
Not yet. I need a minute. Trudy, just, it's pretty overwhelming, the gang getting back together again.
Gang?
Well, that's what we are. Club, collective, gang.
Right. Only.
What?
At the last rehearsal, you said we were all a bunch of useless, feckless, lazy shits.
I did not say the S word.
You did.
It was last year. Things were pretty stressful, what with the show having to be cancelled and, well, that whole other thing. I had a lot on my plate, what with...
John.
Well, no, there is absolutely nothing going on. I was meaning Wendy. All that business with her. 13 years a member, and she up sticks and joins the Maybow Mimers. Was I annoyed?
Yes.
No, I was not. I was embarrassed for her. The indignity of someone her age miming washing windows in an all-in-one catsuit to soundtrack of George Formby and the Irvin Mall. I mean, it's hardly an upgrade from Chekhov.
It is okay to say you miss her.
Miss her? Hardly. Wendy betrayed us, leaving us in the lurch like that.
Well, she's still my friend, and I don't like you talking about her like that.
It's nothing personal. I speak my mind, Trudy.
Oh, I know.
Otherwise, it eats away at you from the inside. I mean, that's what happened with Mother. All those years of saying nothing, it killed her in the end.
I thought she died off.
Yes. From the holding it all in.
Shame.
Well, my mother died, Trudy. Yes, it was.
So should I let people in now?
I might need your help tonight.
With what?
I'm all for democratic decision making and all that drivel, but just agree with me that my play's a good choice.
Right. Only I didn't get a chance to read it, Jan.
But I sent it out 2 weeks ago.
You know I hate reading.
She's teaching primary kids. Look, just back me up, okay?
Don't I always? Jan, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Just
What?
this last wee while back on the phone, you've been a bit,
Missing this place, Trudy. It gets to you. So let's not wait a moment longer. Let them in. Only remember to pin me, spotlight, whatever the term is. Oh! Enter! Everyone, safe space for all. Oh, look, everyone, it's Jimmy. He's up in the office. Oh, Moira. Oh, gosh, Moira, how big he is getting. Cheryl!
Jan! Wait till I show you this. Oh, you're gonna love this. Oh, I ken it's supposed to be for Christmas, but how could you put a wee thing like that away in the cupboard?
How indeed. Who else have we? Well, if it isn't Wendy, our very own Marcel Marceau.
Did you miss me?
Like a fungal infection. No, I did say to Trudy, all that invisible guitar playing in sub-zero temperatures is going to play havoc with Wendy's arthritis. Is that what brought you back?
Bake Off wasn't on.
Yeah. Ah, Sadie! Is that a new mug? Very nice. Eric, you need to turn your camera and your microphone on. Hit the button in the bottom corner. It's on the left-hand side. Well, if it isn't Dawn, we weren't expecting you back. Not after reaching the dizzying heights of tertiary education.
You'll no get rid of me that easily.
Hi, everybody. Janet.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hi, John. Trudy, we should make sure everyone's mic is on mute, especially John's. because I've got a pre-prepared section, and it'll put me off my stride if I have to hear the munching of skips when I'm in full throttle.
They're quavers.
Now, I know that, just in time, thanks for coming back, Eric. I know that this last year has felt rather challenging.
Challenging? Stuck here with this lot, eating me out of house and hame. They say don't get this time again. Thank God, else I'd be sticking my heat in the oven. And as for homeschooling, that's definitely no for me. If I wanted to learn algebra and quadratic thingy who has, I'd have went to school instead of drinking cider down the beach.
As I say, a tough year.
I don't know how you do it, Trudy.
So, where was I? Tough year. But in true British bulldog style, we are bouncing back with vaccines and medical advancements and talk of a new series of The Crown. And I think that there has never been a more prescient time for a better time for us to put on a new show. Jimmy and I have spoken to the building manager. I can confirm that COVID and social distancing have not made him any less handsy, but he has agreed to let us go ahead with our next production, and fingers crossed, we could be back in the building within the next few months. And before you all ask, yes, there will be mandatory, womandatory, and non-bindatory masks.
What?
But singing is outlawed.
Outlawed?
Means it's not allowed.
Which means that we absolutely, definitely have to do a play.
Oh, I was looking forward to singing again.
Well, maybe we could utilise those skills you've learned over the last year and you could mime, Wendy.
No singing. That's crap.
Crap. I mean, is there not a better adjective to use than crap?
Maybe we just wait till everything gets back to normal.
What we've done this whole last year? Nothing but waiting in post office queues for dental appointments, for Casualty to get back in the telly.
I've never liked Casualty. Not realistic in my experience. Too many vending machines.
Now he finds the mic button.
Is it safe to be back in the building?
Dawn, you were what, 32?
21?
Tough paper round. You're in a low-risk category. Nothing to be worried about.
I've only been able to see my gran through a window.
Well, Jimmy's been the same with his brother Gary. You don't hear him moaning about it.
Gary's in Berlin.
Look, I have done the risk assessments, I have taken the online training classes, and I can absolutely confirm that we are absolutely fine to be back in the building, so long as we wear face masks.
They bring me out in a rash, those masks.
Let's put a pin in that contribution, Cheryl, although I will leave you with one word, Nivea. And we must socially distance ourselves, and we must try to reduce our aerosol transmission rate.
So what? Don't speak?
I don't mind
No
not speaking in the
sharing
show,
of
Jan.
props.
All those words.
No eating in the room.
I dream of it, Diane.
And all
Oh,
scripts
the words.
should be sprayed with disinfectant.
They're all flying at me. Oh, all sorts of words. Big words. Wee words. It's like being in countdown. Only there's no advert break.
Fine. Cheryl, no words for you.
Though I don't mind either way.
So, we have been penciled in for going into tech the first week in November! Which means we have to get out those starting gates pronto, choose our next production ASAP, as soon as possible. Now, did everyone have a chance to read the play that I sent round? Any thoughts or questions? Ideas for costumes, props, poster design. Sadie, did you have a chance to read the play?
Is it the one that you sent round on the email?
Yes, the one I sent round on email.
Or was it the one that you sent in the post?
Both. They were the same play.
I only got the one in the envelope. The paper-clipped one on the email wouldn't open.
They're the same play.
I only got the one called...
Blithe Spirit. Blithe Spirit. Blithe Spirit.
Blithe Spirit? That's the only one I got.
Yep, that's right, Sadie.
The one on the email wouldn't open.
But you got the one I sent round in the post.
Oh, I got that one. In the brown envelope.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
Well, it's brown. I've never been a fan of brown. Makes me think of business. Whereas white says pleasure.
Not the envelope, Sadie, the play. What did you
Oh,
think
the
of the play?
play?
The play.
What did I think of the play?
Yes,
The one in the brown envelope?
that's right.
Not the one on the email?
No, the one you're holding right now.
What did I think of this play?
Yeah, the play in your hand right now. What did you think of it?
I never read it.
Has anyone? Anyone else?
I did.
And what were your thoughts?
I thought it was crap.
Crap. Noel Coward is one of the finest dramatists in the canon.
You said that about that last play we did, and look how that turned out.
Yes, he is also considered to be one of the greats.
Aye, a great big bloody boa.
Waiting on Godot. I'd have preferred the sequel. Waiting on Gal Gadot.
Blithe Spirit was a box office sensation on Broadway and the West End.
What? In the olden days?
Fairly recently, actually. For her portrayal as Madame Arcati, Angela Lansbury won a Tony and an Olivier.
I don't know who that is.
Angela Lansbury. Mrs. Lovett in the original production of Sweeney Todd. Mama Rose, the Manchurian Candidate, Mame, anyone can whistle.
Jessica Fletcher.
The Teapot and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I like her. She sounded exactly how you'd imagine a teapot to sound.
These old white men plays have been done to death.
Yes, because they're what the public want.
It would be good to put on something written by a woman.
Like? Jimmy, if you're about to suggest 50 Shades again, I suggest you put your hand down immediately.
What about one of the Brontes? I like the Brontes.
Or Bridget Jones. I like her.
Is that the one that smokes the fags and drinks the wine?
And she wears the big knickers. Oh, she's a hell of a woman.
That is a great suggestion, Cheryl, but we can't use the props. And Bridget, without her ciggies and her Pinot, well, it's just not what the author intended.
Well, we could mime it.
I don't think that might... Not at the moment, Wendy.
Pretty good.
I don't think we want to tread on the feet or the area of the Maybole mimers, do we? And Dawn, you might hate these old white men. John, her words, not mine. Apologies if you feel persecuted here. But our audiences love them!
Calm down, Jan. We're here to have a laugh, not change the world.
Exactly. See our Irene. She says to me, Cheryl, you like a laugh, don't you? And I'm like, aye, Irene, a day?
I'm only here for the custard creams, and we've not had any in months.
That's because you're at home, Eric. You need to buy the custard creams yourself.
The play is a bit old-fashioned, Jan.
So was Kirsty Allsup. Yet myself and half the nation were positively glued to her handmade Christmas. I mean, isn't that right, Trudy?
I don't get Channel 4. Not since the 5G tower set up shop.
Blithe Spirit is a complex analysis of married life. It's trials and toils.
I get enough of that at home.
Of whether we ever truly lay the ghosts of our exes to rest.
Do we?
Trudy loved the play. Didn't you? Trudy.
I loved it.
Doesn't seem like something you'd like.
Just because Trudy likes to kick off the mock crocs and chillax with the latest Maeve Binchy does not mean she's incapable of appreciating high art. She thought the play was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
What bit?
All of it. Mostly.
Me too. I loved it. It was right funny, so it was. Our Irene said to me, she says, Cheryl, you're laughing away at that play. And I'm like, Irene, I know.
And you thought that the ending was fine, did you?
I never read it. Is the ending good?
It was really good, Sadie.
He always says, good ending, good play. Bad ending, bad play.
He should review for the Advertiser. Trudy loved the ending, particularly the moment when
I was asking Trudy.
Yeah, Jan. She was asking Trudy.
So, the ending?
Yeah, I loved it. It was funny.
There you go.
It was funny.
You think?
Really funny. I said to our Irene, after I'd finished reading it, I said,
That was funny?
exactly. Scary too.
Yes, like life often is. Ah! See? You got a fright and now you're all laughing.
This is the Sound of Music all over again.
I'm sorry, Wendy, is there something you want to share? Or perhaps you would prefer to mime it?
No, it's fine.
She said, this is the Sound of Music all over again? You picking the play because you want the main part?
Are you still bumping your gums about that? But you were wonderful in the 16 going on 17 song.
I was playing the man.
And?
It was a bit confusing.
It was crystal clear she was playing a man. She had a moustache.
My Kevin thought she forgot to Jolene.
I like the sound of music.
Only because you got a good song.
It was a great song. Hey,
I thought tonight we were going to discuss a few choices and then vote on a play.
Absolutely. I'm just saying that this is a great play. One that I think that people would love to see after this last year.
It is really funny.
Oh, I wish I'd read it now.
Oh, you'd like it, Sadie? I said to our Irene, I says, Irene, I said, Irene, see that play? And Irene's like, aye. And I'm like, well, that play,
It's really funny.
it's really funny.
Right, because a few of us were chatting privately and we think we should move on.
Right? Private chat. Interesting. Bastards. Well, move on. That's what you want. I mean, throw it all away. The years of camaraderie, custard creams, go to your Pennyburn players or your Maybole mimers. But don't come to me when you have a urine infection due to standing outside the Asda collecting for your next show. No offence, Wendy.
No, we think the club should move. With the times. Be more relevant. Give them a bit of diversity.
Oh, it's a brilliant idea. I mean, I can just see Eric going arse over tit trying to do a backflip. And who do you suggest plays Ashley Banjo? Jimmy, with his multi-pack of quavers. No offence, Jimmy.
None taken. And their hula hoops.
You know fine, I meant diversity as in racial, gender, disability, not the dance group.
So you suggest we what? Run down the high street, drag people in the doors, kicking and screaming, force them onto the stage to give us their best Madame Arcati?
Who is? Mrs. Arcati?
Madame Arcati.
Is that her that took over the laundrette?
We don't even have enough men.
Well, let's put out a sign. Men needed for show. No talent required, just penises.
I think the plural's peni.
No, it's definitely penises.
Is that with an ES or an apostrophe?
I'm just saying we need some more talent.
With plenty talent.
Different writers, younger folk, people that can actually play Gretel without getting the front row of the boat. Sorry, Sadie, but our audience are like a million years old and doing crap like this doesn't help.
So what do you suggest? The Harry Styles story. The brave tale of one man and his insistence on wearing dresses and a pearl necklace. The stalls will be jumping.
I'd love that, Jan. So would our Irene.
I thought the play that John
No,
suggested
no,
was really
absolutely
good.
not.
But it was really moving.
People do not come to the theatre to hear stories about cancer.
What?
Cancer.
Your mic keeps cutting out, Jan.
Cancer! Nobody is schlepping out of a perfectly warm and inviting home to come and watch some story about a dying, pathetic old woman who's... And the title, I mean, it's hardly going to sell tickets, is it? W, semicolon, T. I mean, it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
Wit. It's called wit. The semicolon is
Supposed to be witty. Yes, I get it. Thanks. John, thank you.
I liked it.
For a woman fond of miming, she's got a hell of a lot to say tonight.
I really felt for her. The main woman in it. Even if she was a bit pathetic.
No, she was lonely.
Exactly. She had no one in her life. Except work.
I guess that's what it's saying, isn't it? Like, when it came down to it all, that woman had hee-haw. Nobody to sit by her bedside with her when she was dying. Can you imagine that?
What? Getting some peace and quiet in your bed? Sounds bloody marvellous.
She didn't realise the only thing that matters is the folk around you. She didn't get that till it was too late.
Tea break. We should probably have a tea break.
And it'd be relevant for a lot of people. One and three.
Two. Is one and two now.
I'd quite like to play a doctor. I'd put that white coat and a lovely name badge with a wee photo on it. I'll put spare passport photos in the house. So would you have to take it? I think my doctor would have a lanyard. Would I take either?
Could I do? I'll have to put this button up on my finger. I can't do unshoot anymore. Not since watching Titanic. I just think you're alive. You'll fall like a buck down.
We are not doing that play. It's depressing. Tea break.
We could do a collection at the end.
Oh, yeah. Lovely way to end your night at the theatre with a bloody big begging bowl shoved under your nose.
We did it for the Fanny monologues.
Vagina. The vagina monologues.
Vagina monologues. Oh, words, nae visuals.
Do you remember that line Sadie had? If my vagina could wear something, it would wear...
I said tea break.
Look, why don't we finish discussing the play first? It might be a good alternative to bland thingy.
Shit.
Spirit.
Bland shit seems like a better name for it.
It's Blythe Spirit. Blythe. Blythe, as in Duff. From Taggart, Sadie, the man, the woman from Taggart. Blythe fucking Duff!
Oh, I never read that one either.
20 years of coming here. 20 years of ambition and passion and love and dropping off posters around the high street and learning everyone's cue lines just in case somebody needs prompted. And for what? For what?
A round of applause?
I was being rhetorical. And no, not just for a round of applause. No, it is all in just the tiniest sliver of hope that someone, anyone, might just say, thank you. Thank you, Jan, for pulling off such an extraordinary feat. for having the artistic impulse to take us dowdy South Ayrshirians and armed with just a bottle of Dove-tinted moisturiser, sheer determination and the God-given patience to pruck for a good bargain in the TK Maxx, transform us into the otherworldly mystique of characters from the Arabian Nights.
Which I still don't think was PC.
People were throwing roses at the stage.
Yeah, I know. And you get my eye taken out by a penny toffee.
Thank you for introducing our families to the great canon of literary works. For all those late-night alterations to our costumes. For applying to all those one-act play festivals. And for filling in all the bloody forms. Thank you for all the forms. The play licenses, the health and safety bloody forms, the bloody PRS, the custard bollocking creams, which I have bought every week. You know, Eric, they do not just magically fall from the invisible custard cream tree. All this work for nothing. Not even, certainly not any gratitude.
Thank you.
No, it doesn't count now.
Personally, I prefer a Kit Kat. Or a chocolate hobnob. Though I'm not so keen on the mess they make at the bottom of the mug. I said to our Irene...
Cheryl.
I said, Irene...
Cheryl.
Yes?
Shut the fuck up.
Janet.
All of you. All of you. You have nothing to say. Nothing of any note. Never do. Just words. Just blah, blah, blah. And I don't mean that as something that you should take personally. It's just a fact. You, Dawn, with your Polytechnic modules, you forget that I was the one here on stage covering for you when the sound cue for the phone never went off. Or you, Trudy, flailing at the back, 4 steps behind everyone else in the Sound of Music.
It's not easy dancing in clogs.
I have sweated and toiled, and for what? Well, certainly not for gratitude. Oh, you take the glory when it works and claim it as your own. But the slightest criticism, the slightest social media scandal, and it's laid firmly at my feet. Do you think I don't hear it in the bar afterwards? The shopping trolley as Danny Zuko's car. Nah, that was Jan's decision. Oh, the wig, nothing to do with me, but you know what she's like. Blame me. I'll take it. I will hold it. Of course I will. I've been holding it for years, carrying the burden for all of you. You know, I'm like, who's the man I'm thinking of? He had a Rock, The Rock.
Dwayne Johnson.
No, he had carried an actual. Why? Why am I asking any of you? Why would I expect any of you to be able to help me when I need it? You're exhausting, all of you. Physically and mentally exhausting. You want to do something different. You want to twist up the system. Good. Then contribute something to this group. Pull your own weight instead of taking from me.
Jan, love, you okay?
I'm fine, Jimmy. I just need a minute, that's all.
I think we all do. It's been a long day, hasn't it? Doing whatever it is we've all been doing. A wee tea break. Just log out and I'll keep the room open. It means that we don't need to listen to all that toileting like we did the last time. Hey, Eric? Just take 10 minutes, okay?
Wee Dawn's frustrated, that's all. Just like the rest of us, she's been cooped up in the house for way too long. And as for Sadie, well, she's not been near Adobe's in months. She's got cream tea withdrawal. Seemingly it's harder coming off that than the bevy.
I hate it when he uses that voice. The calm one. Makes me want to be anything but calm.
And the wee one's right, you know. You only want to do this show so that you can play the good part.
It's a good show. It'll sell tickets. The audience will love it. What's so wrong with that?
Nothing. We go out there, give the audience what they want, get them screaming with laughter, and then what? It won't make it go away, you know. Cancer. People talk.
And by people, you mean... Oh, God!
I tried phoning as soon as I found out, but you won't pick up my calls.
Well, you phone at midnight. If you really had anything of value to say, you would phone at a more sociable time.
You know I can't.
Won't, not can't. And you were phoning to say what?
I was phoning to... I was phoning... I was... I was phoning to say I'm sorry.
Why do people think that word makes terrible actions, terrible months of actions, forgivable? For what? What are you sorry for?
Everything.
Generic. Actually apologises for nothing specific. Soothing voice, patronising bastard.
And I'm sorry you're ill.
Do you know who I feel sorry for? Your wife.
Look, I'm trying to be nice here.
I didn't realise it took so much effort. My cancer, my problem. Now, you can hopefully go to your bed and sleep easy at night and cuddle into your gobshite of a wife who has no right to go spilling off my medical condition as a form of pillow talk.
Shirley was worried about you, that's all. She said at the hospital you seemed distant.
Well, yes, John, I suppose I would. Because I was being given chemo by my ex-boyfriend's wife. She holds my hand, Shirley. Do you know how humiliating that is? Her being so bloody nice to me after everything that we... It's humiliating.
Oh, I know.
Not for you, for her and me. Oh, and I suppose you thought it was funny, choosing that play? Oh, the irony of it.
I figured it might provoke a reaction, a phone call at the least.
Some sad old dying woman with a sad old life with nothing in it but literature. Is that really how you see me?
I thought you might find meaning in it. Comfort.
She dies in the end.
It's a play.
Oh, God.
Look, I was trying to wave a white flag. Be a friend. I figured at a time like this you might want one. Even you.
Well, I don't.
You shouldn't even be out the flat. You should be...
What? Where else should I be?
I tried, Janet. I really did.
What?
To love you. But you make it impossible.
Never finished telling you, did I? The gonk and the choo-choo winning, mother's broken pride. Lesson it taught me is really quite simple. I don't need anyone's sympathy vote.
That's not true. What he said, nobody's impossible to love. Especially not you.
Never hears a cue line for the lights, but he can pick up barely a whisper from a laptop. That was a private conversation, Jimmy. You should not have been listening.
I was worried about you.
It's fine. John's opinion on anything should always be taken lightly. I mean, God, the man wears a boot-cut jean.
Only it's not what he thinks, is it? It's your opinion of you.
God, Mother always said I had a face made for a skelpin.
Your mother was an old boot. And John, he's a total
Thank you.
Nobody's impossible
Some people
to...
are.
Even Thatcher had somebody who wanted to rattle her headboard.
Thatcher? What, you are comparing me to Thatcher?
James Corden too. And he's a right insufferable...
Yeah, I get it. The sentiment is... Thanks, Jimmy.
It's the truth. I think you're great. You keep looking at your phone. You all right? Is it the hospital?
So you heard everything then? It's a voicemail. Scan results, no doubt. See how I'm progressing?
And should you not find out?
No, not now. I'm busy. I'll listen to it later or tomorrow, once I've a clear head.
I think you need to tell that lot what's going on with you.
No. What I need to do is apologise for saying all those things.
You can't get through something like this on your own.
6 months too late, Jimmy. COVID. I mean, even if I wanted somebody there with me, it's not allowed.
You must be scared.
Me? Never. No, I mean, scaries. Standing in the wings, listen to Eric drop every second line when the press is in. Or trying to teach Moira the top harmony line in I Feel Pretty.
Or Sadie in her nightie pretending she's still at primary school.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. Oh.
They've all got so much going on. They come here to escape all the crap. Maybe that's a good adjective after all. 1 in 2. I'll wait for my results, see if it's shrunk, if it becomes operable. I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones. My hair never fell out. It's like I'm waiting in the wings for the lights to dim. Go out there knowing my lines, ready to please my audience. Oh, bit tired, nothing I can't cope with. A little lethargic, but I'm still got enough energy to sprint for that reduced aisle. Oh, everyone's rallying round. All the help I need. We're all dying. Every day. And I know that sounds depressing, but it's not. It's liberating. All these tears and worry from all those other people on the ward, and you want to say to them, it's coming to us all. There's no point feeling sorry. Just get up off your arse and do something. Because sure as Mrs. Brown will have a Christmas special, the moment you stop, that is when it takes you. Not with me. I'm much too busy. I have a show to put on. An audience who haven't felt that feeling of what it's like to be in here, together, sitting next to each other, strangers, neighbours, people you recognise but you've never spoken to. All of you in here, screaming with laughter, crying. All these people together, transported away to worlds where there's no death or illness or betrayal, just magic and joy and togetherness. Even if you're alone. That's something, isn't it? Something worth fighting for.
It's not just in the audience there's magic. It's up there too.
You weren't supposed to hear that.
I feel it. Even watching from up here. You lot in that stage. All yous could bees, don't wanna bees, and couldn't do it in a million years bees. All those nerves and hugs of good luck. And the smiles when yous bow. That's where the real magic is.
I don't need anybody's
sympathy. Yeah, I heard you. But what about somebody to drive you to the hospital when it's pissing it down?
I get the bus.
Or somebody to nip to the shops and bring you back your messages?
There's online delivery.
Or just someone to listen to you, Jan? Someone to rant at or see how you really feel?
I'm perfectly fine.
No, you're not. You're wasting breath talking to yourself when look. They're all here tonight because of you.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. They love you, Jan. I mean, they think you're a pain in the hoop, but they love you. They'll want to help. Even Dawn.
I owe you all an apology.
It's fine.
No, it's not, Trudy. I was rude, obnoxious, overbearing.
So what's new?
I don't buy the custard creams for you, Eric. I buy them for me. I like that you like them. I like watching the way that you eat them. Not in a sexy way, Eric. I just wanted to hear people laugh again. I can't remember the last time I heard that. A full house screaming with joy. I mean, this last year's been so taxing, so joyless, so crap, that all I wanted was to hear them laugh again.
Then maybe we need to relook at the whole musical thing.
Yeah, we could mime. They do it in RuPaul all the time, only they call it lip syncing.
Moira was saying that Kinky Hooves was a good show.
Boots, kinky boots.
What are kinky boots?
I've got some in the wardrobe. Red PVC. Lovely, so they are.
No, they're talking about the show, Sadie.
Was that the one on the email? Because I never read that either.
I've got cancer. And I don't need the Tony's dead at the end of West Side Story eyes, because I feel perfectly fine. Never better or happier. Especially when seeing all your wee faces. Even yours, Wendy. And, I say that you need me. But, that's not true. Because the truth is that I need... I know that some of the shows have been, well, as you would say, Eric, fucking howling. But that, for me, this is everything to me. Dawn. Oh, Dawn, darling, you've not to cry. Do you hear me?
How bad is it, Jan?
There's been 6 months of chemo in the hope it makes the tumour operable.
6 months?
I chose not to. Plus that and algorithms might have shoved you over the edge.
So, what happens now?
I don't know. The hospital phoned just before we started, and I thought, well, I couldn't answer the phone. Oh, we had this.
This isn't important.
Yes, it is. It is. It's important to me. You are all important to me.
You're a right bloody pain in the arse, you.
Wendy!
No, you are. A right effing pain in the arse. That's why I walked. You don't listen. You don't.
I know.
No, instead you swan around with that clipboard and pen and a piece of string with your nose in the air. You don't listen to us. You never ask us what we want.
What do you want?
For you to phone the hospital.
Get that hospital phoned, right? Or I'll come down to that theatre and rattle your ass.
And will you be wearing the red boots, Cheryl?
Phone the hospital. You don't have to do this on your own. Not anymore.
What if it's bad?
Can he be any worse than Sadie flashing her knickers during Edelweiss?
You're infuriating. All of you. I'm forever having to please you. It's exhausting. I'm on hold.
Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know.
Climb every mountain,
Ford every stream,
follow every rainbow, till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give.
Every day of your life,
For as long as you live,
climb every mountain,
Ford every stream,
follow every rainbow,
till you'll find
your dream.
Does that mean we don't have to do that shitty old play?